What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Here We Go Again TV. Make sure you smash that subscribe button. Make sure you smash that like button. And we're going to get right into it. So there's some speculation been going around. Tank said he's going into retirement. Tank's a pretty good fighter, man. I think he's like 30-0 right now, but he says he wants to retire. He's fed up with the boxing. He said he wants to be a little bit softer, take care of his children, and live his life, and just, things like that. So he said he's going into retirement, but, one of his trainers said that was just him talking, and I don't think he's really going into retirement. And, they're probably going to set that fight up with him and Roach probably in August, sometime in August, but we'll see what goes down, but good luck to you, Tank. All right, so there's a meme been going around circulating with Angel Reese, and it's like, y'all make $1,400 a week, I make $1,400 in 7 days. This comes after, the controversy with the WNBA players not making enough, not making, as much as the NBA players are making, and they feel like, they put on a good show, they bring the crowds out, they pack the stadiums, you know what I'm saying? So they feel like they should get adequate pay, and I feel the same way, they do their thing. But Angel Reese, she has been in the blogs lately, talking about the pay that they've been receiving with the WNBA, and she makes most of her money from endorsements. A lot of her money comes from all the endorsements she has, and it doesn't really come from the NBA, she says. But I just hope they get it together, man, and get those girls, what they're worth, man. Get their pay up. Well, in Diddy news, we got Trump thinking about pardoning Diddy. We don't know what's going on with the Diddy trial. A lot of things, a lot of twists and turns going on with this trial right now. But they're like, Trump is really considering pardoning Diddy. I don't know where that's going to go or how that's going to play out, but, stay tuned. We're going to keep y'all updated on that one. Well, Clarissa Shields has been on the roll lately. She's been winning all her fights, and she just recently called out Layla Ali. I believe Layla Ali has been into retirement, and I believe she's thinking about coming out of retirement for this fight. I think it'd be a really good look for both ladies. It'll be a good look for the culture. Both ladies are very good at what they do, and I just think it'd be a nice look. I support it. Yeah, so tell me who you guys gonna take in that fight, Clarissa Shields or Layla Ali. So we all know the Hot Boys have been on tour, and recently Turk has been kicked off the tour. Him and BG have been into it the last few weeks, going back and forth. I guess they've both been dropping albums. Well, they both dropped the album, and they've been going back and forth to who has the best album, who's going to sell the most or whatever like that. And it's just been a lot of controversy between the two. And I just really think, it's not no beef or nothing like that. They're on tour, and it's just kind of a marketing scheme to market both of their albums. The controversy comes when I guess they had some tour dates set and some places to be, and the promoters or whatever like that, they didn't have enough money to pay all the artists, and they asked Turk would he take a pay cut, compared to the other artists and the other members of the Hot Boys or whatever. And Turk wasn't feeling that, and I kind of understand that, you know what I mean? Like, how you gonna invite me on a tour and have me out here, and then we get halfway into the tour or whatever like that, then you tell me, hey, it's not enough money to cover everybody and we gotta give you a pay cut or something like that. I mean, that's a no fly right there in my eyes, and I agree with Turk. Like, you guys got the money, like, put it up, give me my cut and everything will be okay. But he was kicked off the tour, and they trying to make it seem like it was the controversy between him and BG, and the going back and forth like that, and they both recently just been released from prison, and it's like it's not a good look for the tour and everything like that. But I see what they mean, but like I said, I don't think it's no real beef or anything like that. I think it's just it's marketing. It's a good way to market. You know what I mean? It might not look the best, but it's a way to market. It gets people thinking about, let me listen to Turk's album, let me listen to BG's album, let me compare to both, and then they both get the streams and they both make the money. You know what I mean? But things are going left with that tour right now, and I just hope they get it back together, man. We haven't seen the Hot Boys together in years, man. Those guys been going through some things. I just hope they get it together, man, and get back on the road and get some money together again, man. That's all that really matters, man. Take care of your family and live your life. All right, we got everybody's favorite Pan-African black activist, Dr. Umar. He's been circulating in the news lately. You know, he's been asking for some money. He said his bank accounts have been frozen, and you know the assets that he's been bringing in have been frozen. And you know, Dr. Umar has been talking about opening up a school for black boys. You know, he's been talking about this for a long time, man. There's been a lot of people out here supporting him. You know, I'm sending donations and different things like that. And I just feel like people are just kind of tired of sending Dr. Umar, you know, donations, donations for his own pockets, what it seems like, because he's been talking about this school for so long. And now he's talking about the school needs floors, but he said the school got internet and all this different stuff. Like, what's really going on with Dr. Umar and this school and everything he's got going on? I don't know, man. Just check this out.
And the bank told me to enter my 16-digit card number. I did that. They told me they had no record of my account. They had no record of my account. The bank that I've been with since I was a teenager told me they had no record of my account. So then I called the bank. And the bank told me that my personal account, as well as the independent Frederick Douglass Marcus Garvey Academy account, have both been frozen.
Well, bank account frozen, assets frozen. Dr. Umar needs some money, so he back on his campaign of asking for donations again. I guess this time he's asking for money straight for his pockets. He's asking for Cash Apps and Apple Pay and stuff like that. Check that.
With that being said, brothers and sisters, Dr. Umar has access to no money right now because my personal account contains all of my money. I only send it to Apple Pay and PayPal as necessary. So the Prince of Pan-Africanism, for the first time in my life, is without any digital currency. So for my loyal supporters out there, if you can spare a few dollars so I can take care of Queen Mother Ifa Tunde and myself until my bank account is frozen or canceled so I can get my money back and open up a new account, please hit my Apple Pay or hit my PayPal.
Yeah, so the Prince of Panhandling needs some money, man. Why don't y'all go ahead and support this campaign? Send him a Cash App, send him an Apple Pay. All right, and thank you guys for joining. Here we go again, TV. Make sure you smash that subscribe button. Make sure you smash that like button and share the video so it can get around to the masses.